Welcome to another session of Ender's Legend, and to Auriga, the planet where it only ever rains in the ocean. So currently, we are pressing here and trying to capture the city of Madirod, and we want to reinforce our army with this proliferator unit, which will help us generate new forces. Now I need to remember that I can actually equip my warriors with titanium weaponry, and especially my hero. Although I don't know if I'm allowed to do this if he's not in my territory. Okay, never mind. At some point I do want to read Kairos' backstory. Because Kairos is a human who tries to become a necrophage. That's kind of interesting. Or, I don't know, whatever passes as human in this universe. Here we have to divert 3 workers to make this proliferator happen in next turn. And then 2 workers to make sure this cannon fodder comes out. Cannon fodder is basically the solution to your massive military upkeep costs with this faction. You basically spend half of the military upkeep once you get that upgrade. And also reduced hero upkeep, which is also very nice. Not bad, not bad. Sadly, we can't really afford heroes because we don't have enough dust, but it's during peacetime we'll be able to sell a random extra. Oh damn it! I wanted to get this proliferator into the field. Maybe it wasn't possible to do it fast enough. Anyways, during peacetime we could sell our random extra battleborn, but currently I think we need them for the pushing. So here we have a decision with feeders on burns. We can either keep getting the flat bonuses, or we can push for cadaverous pesticides, which will give us percentage bonuses on food, as opposed to the flat bonuses. I think I'm okay. I think I should actually do this fight first, because then I can capture the city, probably. I don't think there's any other defenders after we take these guys out. And once I capture the city, I'll have a better idea of how much I need to divert it to dust production. Alright, let's rock. It looks like their stalwarts here are very heavily injured, meaning we should be able to win this fight quite easily. But our units are very vulnerable here. They're low on health, so we want to be a bit careful with that. Actually, I spy an opportunity to use this cliff. The interesting thing about the Necro drone, it can attack down cliffs and not be attacked because it's a flying unit. And so if you position on the cliff, you can get an attack off without them being able to retaliate. So it has the opportunity to get some free attacks, which is actually surprisingly very useful. Or surprisingly useful, I should say. Okay, this is just gonna hit, this is just gonna hit, that's fine. We move the Necro drone over, and we just get a hit in there. I guess this Necro drone can kill that guy next time. I don't care. Now sadly we didn't have the proliferator available for this combat. It would have been nice. Ah, never mind. Doesn't actually matter though. Sorry, I missed control there and I didn't get the special hit off, you know. Would have been cool. But it doesn't matter, they missed anyways and we got them both in one hit, so, you know, fair enough. What happened there, by the way, is that the disease was spread to one unit, it died and spread the disease to one of its neighbors, because the disease just keeps spreading. It's kind of the theme of the Necrophages. Yeah, Necrophages have a lot going for them as a combat race. We've taken a lot of hits on these units, though. It's kind of sad. And I've also gained a recycled stockpile. I don't know if I want to bend them or save them for the next eclipse. Saving them might be a bit ambitious, but at the same time, we've been getting so much mileage out of the 2 free battleborn per stockpile. And we gained a city. Very nice. I guess we can even spend our stockpile in the new city and see if that works out. Yeah, they're gaining a population return. Nice. Let's see how quickly we can get cannon fodder. Only in 2 turns. Yeah, we only need to divert 1 worker into that. Actually, given how powerful our food production is, because we have this upgrade, the husbandry center, I think we should go for the percentage bonuses. Because once we're nearing like 100, the percentage, 15% is going to be so much better than plus 14. Like, and this is also, so this is plus 8 and then plus 14, but this is going to be 15%, so 45% overall, which is just going to be much better at that point. So it's worth rushing this, I think. I mean, otherwise we'd be wasting 2 points in this, so we'd be gaining like 22 food as opposed to the possible 30 food. So having the 30%, so the possible 30% faster, and when we can easily have like more than 100 food or production of the city, I think it's definitely worth prioritizing. Not always that's not always the case, but I think with husbandry center definitely is. Now this here actually has slavery, right? Yeah, it's better on cities with lots of converted, or I should say, pacified villages. Maybe this is a good location for a hero once they're out of rebellion, because once they're in rebellion, like, you get ridiculously bad food and industry returns. But you know, afterwards we can just put it there. It'll be pretty good. I wonder if we should play defensively or offensively with our armies. We definitely want to take these cities. Although we still have to defend that city. Well, we potentially have to defend it. We could probably retake it very easily. It's difficult, actually. I should probably get a Necro drone. But at the same time, I should probably also upgrade my hero. Should probably get the food here. Or... yeah, I might lose the city. Like I mentioned, the city's... well, I haven't mentioned yet, but this city's basically closest to Auriga, just the least easy to defend. It has the least fortification, least garrison. Our armies are the furthest away from it. So investing in that is going to be a bit of a potentially a waste, basically. So maybe I'd rather just want to throw this on my main city. Get that food up. Now the question is, do I want to build another Necro drone or Forager? Or do I want to upgrade my hero with extra titanium? It says 6. Is this inaccurate? Let's see, can I upgrade my hero with... yeah, it looks like I can. Should probably give my hero a bonus to move speed. Yeah. What is this? Oh, this improved movement. Never mind. Okay, bonus to move speed costs too much dust. But I can definitely give my hero next level weaponry and equipment. So bonus to defense is nice, and the infantry slayer is definitely very good. So yeah, I think I'd rather improve my hero. In that case, I'm not going to get extra units. I guess I can pick up a proliferator. Although, I'd rather have a burrow. Like, the first proliferator is absolutely insane, and the second proliferator loses a lot of value. It's only if I think I can't actually cover everything with the proliferator that I should. I mean, if I think I'm not going to get the full value out of the proliferator, if I can't actually disease parasite units as fast as I kill them, so I'm going to be killing more units than 6 each round or each game, or each fight. And that's going to be true for larger engagements. So maybe the proliferator is a consideration here. It's definitely... it's interesting. I won't be getting it very soon. But maybe it's going to be a bit better than... I mean, we're getting a lot of extra cities, so happiness is going to dive, so getting a district might even be disadvantageous. If we pick up the altar of Auriga, obviously, it's different. We can't right now, so... maybe actually proliferate is the correct choice here. Okay, I've talked myself into it. I would like to pick up the Kazanji at some point, but I don't have that. I don't have the influence right now. Although, to be honest, I won't have the influence almost ever. It's good that we have 2 spice extractors and we have 2 titanium extractors, because titanium is good for our weaponry, and spices are very good for our food production. Spices being some of the most I think one of the best early game luxuries. Just because that 20% or 50% food production is pretty huge. Okay, let's get a little bit of regeneration on these units, I think. We own this territory now, so we're gonna get the standard big boost to health at the end of turn. Or does that not apply to Battleborn? It should. Okay, Hellcross is the target of a spy. Oh, come on! Well, they're attacking into us, but of a very small army. So I think that should be fine. Again, I annoyingly forgot to anticipate this. Oh well. Well, if we win this, I mean, them decreasing population here is obviously obnoxious. Like, I do want to get that actually. I do want to make sure that this population doesn't starve. That'll be nice. Extra proliferator in 4 turns, not bad. So, with the proliferator here, we should be able to trade off our weakened units for new Battleborn. The only worry is that we might actually lose this fight, but we can't retreat. Our units are too weakened. So let's hope I can take a good engagement here. Maybe I should play a bit defensively, make them hit me. But at the same time, I stand to outnumber them the first 2 turns. Or first few turns. 2 turns is probably quite accurate, actually. Hopefully they'll walk up here and I can use and abuse the cliffs with my drones. These are excellent units. If we can actually get our drones up here on this cliff, they can start pecking away at units and spreading the disease at 0 risk, so that's quite appealing. Our hero is actually quite good now because we got that titanium shield and sword. Okay, we should definitely move our drones to this side. Oh, they're not reinforcing? That just means this is fresh meat. Or free food, basically. I don't know what you would call it. Alright. Let's rock. Let's hope this unit doesn't die this turn. It probably won't. Never mind. Oh no, that'll be heartbreaking. The unit dies, we don't even get the proliferator. Ah, damn it! I expected them to reinforce, and I didn't think things through after that. Yeah, that was on me. My mistake. Although they just lost the unit for potentially no good reasons. So. Does that mean we want to engage in combat? Glorious combat next turn? We want to keep this swarm back because the units here are more wounded, so we don't want them to engage first. This forager has more damage than the Battleborn, I think. Well, the Battleborn has more defense despite having inferior weaponry. Well, Battleborns don't actually... They're spawned units, don't actually have weaponry per se. Maybe we want to jump them here. There's this cliff face which we can abuse. This is it's a bit risky to push so aggressively, but at the same time their army is vulnerable here. If we can weaken their armies, taking their cities will be way easier. And also we have to move fast because we're at war with 2 factions. Like, not a state you ever want to be in, but if we're in this like 2-faction war state, we might as well be as aggressive as we can. The faster we close out, yeah, see, we basically gained a little bit of free damage on these units. If we're in a 2-front war, the faster we close it out, the sooner we'll only be fighting 1 enemy, and also the sooner we'll be advantaged again, I guess. What I'm trying to say is the faster we complete all we want in the sector and then move on, the faster we're out of this weird zone where we're being sandwiched by 2 enemies. So just this weird phase, I should say. Gauge right away immediately to stop them from taking action first. That's what this ridiculous clicking is for, is because if you don't do things quickly, the AI will do them before you because you don't have as much time to react, I think. And now we finally got cannon fodder, which means we can take everyone, or most of our people, off dust, actually. Well, this city can still stay on dust as long as it's on rebellion because it's losing all our food and industry production anyways, so. The city's actually developing nicely. I mean, I might lose it soon, but you know, whatever. Again, I'm less keen on the borough than others will be. How about I just improve my food? And put some people in science, I think. Now that I have a science upgrade, I have this alchemical alloys. What do I really want? Maybe meritocratic promotions to make sure I can increase my army size. Although it reduces my... I don't know, it says -2 on military upkeep of armies. Does that mean I lose military upkeep on armies, so I save dust? I think so. I think that means that. What does it say here? I think so. Because it says money saved on former dinners can be spent on upgrading equipment. So that seems better to me. Anyway. Or we can just go for alchemical armors. We'll make better units, but currently we don't have the titanium production to... I mean, once we've started banking a bit of titanium, we will have it, but for now, I guess we'll just stick with this. Again, we're going for the military upgrades. We don't care about economy right now. We need to win fights. Okay, where are they? Here. We can't abuse these cliffs, but we can potentially abuse these cliffs. Weirdly, we have some city tiles here. Does that mean we should wait for them to attack into us? Probably not. It's probably too fancy. And it looks like they're not being reinforced again, so... Oh, damn it, I forgot to bring my proliferators into the fight. Oh, no. Well, in that case, we should very slowly move forward. And make sure our proliferator has time to come into the action. What a big blunder. I forgot. Look, previously I've been managing to, you know, make sure my units spawn correctly or, you know, queued up into the battle correctly. I just forgot this time. Unfortunate oversight. We can advance our bugs along the side in case they come here. Well, I guess they're all bugs, but whatever. Okay, here's the proliferator. It's coming immediately. I can hit this guy. I guess we're gonna... We can move this back. Set this on hold. Actually, this unit can... The forager can move down, hit this. I just want to make... Yeah, this unit can move up and hit this. I just want to make sure that these units are, like, relatively rooted in place, you know? I would just move down and kill this one after our proliferator. So the advantage of having initiative here is that we get to dictate which units attack which units, which means that we can trade completely safely with the knowledge that our units won't die. Probably. Hopefully this forager actually... Oh, I forgot that. Never mind. I don't forget anything. I'm too convinced that things are gonna go wrong. The 56 is fine. Don't want to move this guy to combat. So it looks like we're gonna get away with 2 parasites. Excellent. Actually, our proliferator did some damage there. Wonderful. And our forager didn't disappoint. Yeah, we just picked up 2 free battleborn there. Meaning that we destroyed or weakened their armies without actually losing all that much. Which is great. Nah, looks like we have to weaken the production on the main city. Looks like getting meritocratic promotion 1 turn later is not a big deal. Given that we won that fight so directly, I think we can afford to move forward. And probably want to besiege with the proliferator army actually, because the battleborn here are, you know, healthy. They're very sturdy units, and they're very dangerous units actually. They will 50 damage, even though their attack ratings are not the highest. Like a hero's attack rating is way better, for instance. But they are very sturdy, so it's fine if we keep these units back, let them heal in our territory a bit, while this army starts sieging. And again, the besieging stops them from leaving the city, etc. So, pretty solid. Hopefully the battleborn will actually heal a bit here. Maybe battleborn just don't heal properly. Is that a thing? But our faction trait means they should be healing. Hey, we got this! Oh, crap, there's an army there. Yeah, we're gonna lose that fight. Probably gonna win this fight. At least I hope so. We're not gonna win this fight, so it's just auto. I guess I could make their life a bit difficult by manualing this fight. But I did get this Eye of the Farthinker, and that's a pretty good talisman. Like, the ability to get a free counter is not bad. Actually, it's less good than it seems, because often you have the initiative and you won't have to worry about counters. So yeah, let's see about this fight. I think I just manual this just because the AI is dumb and yeah. I have a lot of positive morale here. We can't choose the trades anyway, so no point in giving orders. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to waste it here. They're very good at wrapping around, so their melee armies are very efficient at wrapping around your armies, so you're unlikely to be able to diminish a numbers advantage. But our armies are closer to the other cities, so it should only happen in one place. I think we weaken their units, that's good, because their units are quite squishy. Sadly, our militia don't actually convey the poison, though. That might be a bit overpowered. We actually killed one of their units! Well, that's the advantage of manualing, I guess. Did we get a stockpile? No. Oh no, we lost the fight. Oh, never mind. We'd only get stockpiles if we win or draw. My bad. Alright, so this is apparently the fight for all the marbles. Computer shows me that I'm going to lose. I somehow doubt it. These militia are not very powerful. They have the support unit, which is kind of garbage. These units are apparently quite good. Although with the disease, we can whittle away at them even if they have high defense. And we have this beautiful proliferator here too. I mean, the fact that my proliferator is getting attacked first is obviously not ideal, but I wanted these units to heal a bit. It turns out, I think these battleborn don't actually heal that well. It's possible they're not really the healing type. To be fair, I think this should be working a lot better. We have this this ability that we should be having more health regeneration on Empire. Although maybe I should have gotten like a hero ability to accelerate that or whatever. It's playing the Forgotten theme. Obviously playing every theme but my own. Obviously. Ideally we want to position ourselves over the river, but giving them the tile bonus is obviously not great either. You can always hang back and try and concave them here. That's a valid idea. Basically, the idea there is that we apply this theory that if we are surrounding them like this and they attack into us, they're liable to get surrounded and then take more hits than we are taking. And also, this tile, the city tiles, I think they give you extra morale, so I want to avoid that if possible. Although these forest tiles are great. So maybe compromise or just place like this, where we can get forest tile here. If they get this forest tile, that's okay for them, but also we can use our bugs to hit them over the edge, hopefully. And by bugs, I mean, other bugs. This bug moves here and then never moves from that position, like I don't care. Now we're gonna hit this guy. Hopefully, or we're gonna actually apply unsteady to him. So. Which one has higher damage? That'll be equally good damage. Okay. We're gonna move here. I think we're gonna move this bug. They're probably gonna move over here and over here, so we should probably move this bug here in an attempt not to prevent this hero from moving there. Alright. Hopefully that will all work out according to plan. Oh, we actually got a hit off. Whenever you can do damage with that thing, it's pretty nice. Proliferator is not the highest DPS unit. Just applying poison at low risk here without taking that much damage is very nice. Whoa, it's 96! Our hero has a sick amount of damage. Because we have so much attack, I guess. That's pretty intense. Like, 96 amount of damage on these high defense units is pretty incredible. This has disease. This has disease, unsteady, and parasite. So basically adding unsteady to the proliferator is very nice because then we get some combat mileage out of it. Combat mileage is probably not a very, not a very technical term, or whatever. Okay, we have to get our bugs into the low ground, sadly. Again, applying the disease to every single enemy is important. The fact that they're... I wonder if the cleaving attack also applies to the disease. If it does, that would be great. Those bugs deal a ton of damage. Really impressive units. Those do not do a ton of damage. By bugs, I mean, of course, I know these are all bugs, right? But, like, the Necrodrones are the most buggy of the bugs. He has disease, stack on him. This guy has parasitism. We can apply the parasite to the hero here. Why not? Also reduces damage output. I'm okay with it. Who doesn't have disease? This unit. I guess this unit is just going to take hits no matter what. Okay, who can we move first? If we're dictating the pace of the battle, we have to think about that. I guess this battleborn just moves over here and just hits this guy, keeping him rooted. Then the bug can move over here and just hit it again. And yeah, that's, I guess, all we can really dictate at this point. I guess this bug is taking a hit no matter what. The wonderful thing is that we have so many claws, so even if we don't have the initiative, we're getting a lot of value. Like here, we hit 2 units at once. Nice, got him. Who's attacking first here? Okay, sadly our infantry is taking a while to close the gap here, which is unfortunate. Does that mean we should move back? Probably not, but it's a possibility. Okay, we should definitely hit this proliferator. What a beautiful creature. Actually move here, though this hero is well positioned, maybe we should just bait it out. Or we just throw units at them, like I don't really care that much. Like I'm getting a lot of units. Like 4 Battleborn I think after this fight, and they're losing a lot, so maybe I should just stop being fancy and just trade. Like our units are very low health, we're gonna get new units back. Although this is a great tower for this hero, obviously. But they're probably gonna move off it next, so just all hit this guy actually. Okay. That does a lot of damage on this dying blow. Our proliferator is actually getting some hits in. The hero just missed. Wonderful. I think their hero might even die this. Wow, that was a big hit. Yeah, our hero is quote unquote dead, but like, who cares? Like, that's like the hero always comes back as long as you don't lose all your units in the army. That's very important. If your hero is in their own, in a new, different army, they can very easily die. But as long as your hero is in an army with other units, like they're basically safe. The only problem is that they'll have low health, blah 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 blah. But anyway. I should probably micromanage this. Okay, let me just think this through. This definitely wants to hit this so we can spread the parasite. Every turn you hit a different unit with a proliferator to increase the parasite spread. Because every turn is basically opportunity cost. You're not going to be able to hit... Each unit you hit each turn that applies a new parasite adds a whole new unit to your army next turn. So, not doing it is just stupid. I forgot about this. I thought it was going to attack there for some reason. Never mind. We're losing some weakened Battleborn, but we're gaining new Battleborn, which is good. And honestly, losing the weak ones is not even that bad. Like, by the way, in case you didn't do this already, for goodness sake, like switch the battle speed up. Like, don't run the original battle speed. It's horrendously slow. Okay, we already have the parasitism here, so we want to apply the parasite to this thing. In the off chance that we actually manage to kill it in this round. We can't reach it, so... If we do manage to kill the zombie, it's great, though. Yeah, we do manage to kill it, nice. The buggers are very solid. So we lost 3 Battleborn, weakened Battleborn, might I add. They lost 7 units, and we gained 5 units. So think about that. Think about it. So we only lost, like... Wait, sorry. We only lost 3 units, but then we gained 5 back. So in a way, we traded off 3 weak units for 5 stronger units. So that we gained 2 units overall and upgraded our unit quality, and they lost just a ton of units. So like again, Necrophages are so incredible with the proliferator, and now we can get an upgrade on a hero, which improves the life on all of our units. That's very nice. Units like the Battleborn are already very tanky, so adding to that is obviously not bad. I mean, not bad, it's actively great. We should split this army to make sure our upkeep isn't killing us. We could sell 1 Battleborn, I think we should. Maybe even 2. Yeah, we can sell the wounded Battleborn, they're worth quite a lot of gold. I mean, by gold I mean dust. Can we just capture the city? I think we can. Easy. Never in doubt. I guess we could just capture this city, like there's like 2 units defending it. And then we could just march our entire army up here. I could even sell more battle board to pick up a new hero. Though I do want to keep some standing forces available, obviously. And these necro drones will heal over time, you know. Are there more different factions here? The Hordes, okay. Apparently our happiness is understandably diving because we're expanding. Fair enough. Fair enough. Although, no, happiness is probably diving because it's on new cities and everybody hates us. So, you know. It's rough. It's rough conquering cities. For some reason, nobody appreciates you afterwards. Actually, I'm not getting the new citizen there. I should have probably done the math or something. Oops. I guess let's just claim the city now, and then we can reposition our armies to be in a better position to attack Orange, capture some of their cities, and probably... Actually, we want to push them back here, capture the city, and maybe move up to there. If at all possible. Let's just see about forcing Green into a truce. After we munch their cities, obviously. Yeah, militia should be easy. I mean, obviously, like, getting extra health is no joke, etc., etc. But, like, militia are just not the hardest hitting enemies. Keep the stationary here. We start hitting them with unsteady. Yeah, we just move our battleborn up slowly and then get ready to take them down. How insane would this thing be if it actually applied poison? That would be completely insane. Fortunately, it doesn't because balance, but like, you know. It's a sort of a funny what-if moment. Maybe they realized that would have been too powerful. Let's apply the parasite there. So how much faith do I have in the Endless Desire team? I don't know. I mean, in terms of balancing their games, maybe not so much. I don't think they're good. Their jobs. I feel like some of the balancing is a little bit suspicious. Especially that water titan, or sorry, guardian. That thing is obscene. Like, it sort of invalidates most armies because it attacks like with a huge AOE. It's like ridiculous. I don't understand who added that to the game. Like something like April Fool's joke or something. Like a lot of the other guardians is kind of garbage. And that thing is just disgusting. I don't understand. Like, or some of the guardians, they're just like fair, you know. They're like, all right, I can see why someone would want this. It's not actively exciting, but. Anyway, long story short, we easily overwhelmed the defenders, despite what the AI was telling us, and we even gained 2 units. You know. They had to fight us. They couldn't run away. Actually, I wonder if it's at some point it's actually correct to suicide your armies, or just retreat continuously until your armies die instead of facing the necrophages because of the fact that you give them units. Let's just sell another battleborn. Don't need it. It's low on health. We can move our army up next turn. Move this army up while following that. The battle babies. God bless them. I'm not particularly religious, but still. I guess the hive bless them. Gotta stay true to my hive roots. That's starting to sound weird. I can almost buy a hero next turn. I should just sell a perfectly healthy unit. Or perfectly healthy, this unit is on its last legs. Maybe I should sell it though. These Necrodrones are doing a lot for me, to be honest. I do want a new hero. Don't get me wrong. I desperately want a new hero. Just have one more governor, but then we're also draining additional dust. I guess we can wait a couple of turns. I mean, if your name is the Chosen, like, I have to choose you, like. What does influence boost do again? Flat influence. Okay, that's powerful. In addition to the amazing hero template, that is the Cultist hero. Just very, very solid. These Roving Clans heroes, I've just come around on them, I think. They're just... Initially, I wasn't very thrilled with them. But actually, the Roving Clans heroes offer you a lot of value in the late game, because trade routes tend to be quite important later on. And they have this beautiful upgrade which lets you trade with people you're at war with, or in Cold War with. Which would be nice for us, because we can't actually make peace with people. She has Science Boost 3, which is pretty insane. Although her upgrades are not so great. I mean, this bonus to City Center, or like, bonus to Science on District is better than looks, right? Leaving besieged cities is like whatever. Fortification recovery per turn is also whatever. Defense on heroes neat, but why is this? If we're using them as a governor, we're not getting this. We don't really need a ranged hero, I think, because we don't have ranged units. The nice thing about the ranged heroes is increased range in battle. But I mean, the bonus damage and the bonus attack are nice, and the bonus movement speed are nice. But I think this perk really makes this ranged hero build extra exciting in the. Because you're not getting any reinforcement bonus positions, so I think we can forego the ranged hero. I guess the bonus science on trade routes is pretty important. No blockade penalty on Fids is... I don't know, like, there's 2 good perks for Governor. And only 2 makes it worrisome, but again, the science boost is ridiculous. So maybe this Chief Sapper, or Sapper, is worth getting, despite the skills not being that important, because the science boost 3 is disgusting. Although again, you can't really go wrong with the Cultist hero. They're just so versatile, and over time they become so powerful. Science is probably something we could stand to do better in. Yeah, and the 12 science per level is no joke for us here. Speaking of no jokes, let's see if our favorite Dust Lord is willing to give us some nice terms here. Okay, 27 dust is no big deal here. Although it won't get us anything important either. I do want their pearls though. If they have pearls, we're taking them. Pearls are very difficult to pick up, so I'm grabbing them if that's all possible. I won't be able to get these boosters active. I could take their titanium. I think I will. Let's see how much they're willing to part with. They don't really have much. They have sciences. We can get Central Market, that's nice. It'll help us improve our happiness. At that point, we probably want some glass steel from them as well. Central Market requires 2 glass steel, so like 10. Let's go for 10 glass steel instead of 10 titanium or whatever. Yeah, so we can pick up all their pulls, some titanium, some glass steel, Central Market. Not bad, actually. I'm fine with this. I mean, I'm losing a lot of my influence, but I'm not going to get an empire plan anytime soon, so, you know. I have too many cities and too low influence production. And this gets them off our back, meaning we can focus entirely on Kvi, whatever. And just crush them. And I believe we will crush them. Like, our armies are well developed. We have a proliferator. Like, as long as we stay together and don't get like weirdly ambushed. And also, the AI is not very good at playing Forgotten armies. Forgotten armies require a degree of care and finesse that I don't trust the AI. I don't believe the AI is capable of. Okay, they're closing borders. That's fine by me. I don't really care about their borders. Ah, no, I forgot to move my... whatever. I mean, our hero's going to lose out some experience, but okay. We have a bunch of Battleborn, which are going to cut through their Hapisted Assassins, I think. Battleborn are very sturdy, the Assassins are not. We have the Proliferator here and more Battleborn, so I think this should be fine. We can even use these city tiles to our advantage. Yeah, I think this should be a bloodbath. Oh, sadly our Proliferator isn't here. Interesting. Ah, that's sad. I should have put the Proliferator in its own army, I guess. But I guess we'll get at least one Battleborn out of this. Alright, Proliferator's moving up. We're picking up one Battleborn. Actually, we can target this guy. Oh wait, this guy. Never mind. Because all the other ones are probably going to die now. So we only... And I say only... We're getting only one free unit, which is... Think about this. One free unit is like the absolute disaster scenario for this fight. And that's still a free unit. That's like a unit you'd have to spend like 6 turns of industry for or something. It's disgusting how good the Proliferator is. It's actually just disgusting. It's so disgusting. I mean, it is disgusting because it throws up and, like, you know, just plants disease, like parasites on you and stuff. But, like, that's like a more pedestrian form of disgusting, right? But it is disgusting in a balanced sense as well. Just the fact that it can just do so much damage. We're just going to keep it on our hero army. Why not? I guess there's plenty of good reasons, most particularly the biggest one being that we wanted to be in every fight. So maybe that was a misready. So given that how hard it is to have the Proliferator active, I would probably want a second one. By active, I mean in the fight. Yeah, the more Proliferators we have, the easier it's going to be for us to generate a lot of value out of them. And move this back. We can see their army because it consists of ended units. Again, the AI doesn't typically value faction units high enough. I think it overvalues them, actually. Okay, good. We're engaging them properly. Our Proliferator is going to get... Okay, another Empire just got this. Could we have gotten that? Nope. I'm okay with that, though. I don't really care. I don't really care about economy in the sense that I'm just going to sweep across the board and win with military might before any of that ends up mattering. I mean, it will matter, don't get me wrong, but it won't matter that much. Can we even tank before our Proliferator? I'm considering it. Which unit is most vulnerable? Probably this unit. Yeah, their units are... I was gonna say pathetic, but then their unit did like 80 damage, so like... Never mind. Oh, these units are immune to poison. That's very, very bad for us. Didn't actually think about that. So we might lose a lot of units here, actually. Does that mean they're immune to parasites as well? Oh, they are immune to parasites. Ooh, they actually counter us very hard. Oh well. That's bad. But we did at least get one free unit out of this. Yeah, those are pretty strong units against us. Not least because I positioned terribly against their chain lightning. But looks like our bugs will help clear up. So that means we might have to produce some units to win this fight. against Orange. Although we've killed 2 of Orange's armies quite decisively, so... I mean, I don't know how else you can kill armies, like... indecisively. Couldn't decide how I wanted to do it. Yeah, we lost some units there from... I think, firstly, overconfidence, secondly, bad control. But yeah. Not the worst thing ever. We can just reclaim our city immediately. Gained a new Battleborn. Very nice. So Hellcrest we basically earn, I think. Alright. Yeah. They gained some ownership on that city, which I'm obviously not thrilled about, but okay. Can actually grow the population in our rebellious cities very effectively using the stockpiles. No, never mind. I want to claim the city just because of this happiness upgrade. Also because I think if we take out a big city of theirs, they're just going to fold. As in they'll just give up. I wish we had eyeless ones. I never feel this way, but if we had eyeless ones in the Empire, we could just boost our happiness. Goodness, our happiness is terrible. Obviously not great that our happiness is so low, but yeah, what are we gonna do? Elsa's probably fix it, but yeah. There's one downside of expanding so aggressively. We don't really have much of a choice. We had to... Well, I guess we could just choose to give them our cities, you know, and try not to destroy them. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that plan. It's kind of iffy to me. Okay, somebody's infiltrating us. I prefer to wipe Orange off the face of the Earth to prevent infiltrations ever again. Face of the Auriga, I should say. Just slowly creep towards them, I think. There's no huge rush. As long as we're covering all of our angles. Oh, there's an army there, never mind. There might be a huge rush then. In that case, we should bounce back in this direction. Move this army back here. It's funny that army changes a lot. Sadly, the winter is killing our production once again. Classic winter. Hey, we're not really... Oh, we are losing population here. Actually, the seed storage is kind of dead now because it's winter. Could have seen that coming. But I didn't. I could have, but I didn't. Actually, getting percentage boost of food is not dead, so I might as well get it. Just want to make sure we're not actually losing anything. Because that would be embarrassing. Like if we lost a worker to starvation. Like our economy is in shambles, but we gain a lot of territory. In the long term, good. In the short term, very embarrassing. Oh well. We definitely want those Imperial Highways at some point. Just a very powerful, potent upgrade. Although this alchemical armors is great for our armies, we don't currently need to improve our armies that much, I don't think. I might be singing a different tune after next round. We have a lot of pearls, suddenly, because of our settlement with green. They admitted that we just handed their asses to them. That we handed their asses to them, and that's why they agreed to a truce. Okay, somebody else has already gotten this, which is nice to have. We were never in a position to get that because our happiness is very low. Thankfully, meritocratic seems to be helping out. I think it's helping out our dust situation a little bit. Or am I wrong? Was it actually making it worse? That'd be hilarious if it was making it worse. That would be very sad, but you know, somehow hilarious as well. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get these economic up. We've gotten this already, but by beating some people to shape, we're gonna get these by stealing them from Orange, and then we're not gonna get this because we're not gonna produce more dust than other people. I don't think so, at least. Oh, it's how much dust you currently have. Okay. Or is it dust production? Because we're not producing dust with that amount. That's our stock. So is it counting our stock? Is it supposed to count our stock? I don't know. Might be a mistake. This wonder would be, it would in theory be neat, but researching past eras is generally not something you want to do anyways. So I don't know about that. A leader of leaders requires us to have a ton of units in our armies, and it increases your health regen by a substantial amount. Green has gotten that, but it's okay because green can't actually health regen. So that's kind of hilarious. We definitely want to catch this army at some point. Scissor it. Oh, I can get an upgrade. So I do want Imperial Highways at some point. It's going to solve our dust issue. And I think we should get it. I mean, our happiness is still going to be garbage, like actual rock bottom, but okay. I can live with that. Oh crap, they're closing on our capital. Whoa, flanking maneuver of the highest order. I mean, if you can't see them, I mean, we literally couldn't see them because they were... Not because they were invisible, but because, yeah, they sidestepped us. So. That is obviously unfortunate. Ugh. Well, if it was easy, would it be exciting? The answer is no, but it would also be easy, so... Let's see about that. Yeah, just make sure we stay financially okay. This hero can fight, but probably isn't well suited to it. Next turn, we'll move our armies forward. Might as well get public library here, I guess. We can get central market. We're gonna need to get that central thing at some point, everywhere, anyways. So. Your being unhappy kills your production. It's like everyone is striking or something. That's probably the flavor. Everyone is probably striking. We probably need to get some wine or something. Yeah, I expanded very quickly without the infrastructure behind it. Okay, fortress. We can probably take them, I think. Although it is risky. It would be better if they attacked into us, and then we could abuse the... what is it called? Abuse the city fortification. Although... not even that crazy to just pick a fight right here. Okay, let's pick a fight, and then call it a day. I think the episode has been dragging on anyways. But I can't really end right here on this massive cliffhanger in Macron. We have some Battleborn here, and our Necrodrones are reasonably healed. Sadly, they have a decent amount of Ended, which are immune to our poison, but not as many as the Assassins, which are very vulnerable to us in general. So, let's dive into it. And also, if we can occupy these city squares, we'll get a nice defensive bonus. And I think our strong infantry line should propel us to victory here. And I think we can just... Who's attacking first? Here, here, and here. Alright. Just go like that. And... here... I really have no idea. It doesn't actually matter, like, probably not. Let's just keep these forces in a hold position pattern. Move this up, I think, to hit whatever. Move this up to hit whatever. Actually, they can just move to hit whatever. It doesn't actually matter, because as long as they're aggressive, they will find something to hit. And the more hits we get off, the better, because, yeah, just generally stacking the disease on random targets is nice. That's the wonderful thing about these Battleborn. Like, the disease just means they're always going to deal a little bit of damage. And by always, I mean, like, you know, practically speaking. Like, there are some corner cases, like, against these units. Oof, the AI is playing criminally badly here. Criminally. Hopefully we don't lose our proliferator randomly. That would be awful. What the hell? What is this world? I mean, I haven't been controlling very well, obviously. But still, this is completely garbage. Nice! Oh, they decided not to reinforce. Very interesting. Wow, that was a huge hit on the proliferator. They mostly deal trivial amounts of damage, so, you know, it's nice when they don't, basically. Another decisive victory! My hordes cannot be stopped! Wonderful. We traded a weakened Battleborn for 2 strong Battleborn. We might even sell those weak Battleborn. And despite their attack on their, like, brazen attempt at crushing our gates, etc., etc., blah 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 blah, we are even allowed the luxury of selling a Battleborn to fund a new hero. And we'll decide what hero that should be in the next episode. So thanks again for joining me as I play the Insectoid Menace, or the Scourge of all other Aurigans, etc. Basically the corpse bugs, the Necrophages. And we've been really making this work for us. I mean, obviously the Empire Happiness situation leaves something to be desired. And that's putting it mildly. But otherwise, we've carved out a big section of the map for ourselves. Kind of in reaction to being attacked by different factions. And we have a big, very powerful standing army which we can use to bully our neighbors with. Sadly, you have to invade a city if you capture it. Like, you can't just set it on fire or something. Unless you're playing the cultist, in which case you're obliged to set it on fire. Which is also kind of trash. But yeah, despite that, I think we can pull out here with a very powerful empire. All we have to do is find a way to minimize this happiness drain. And I think we're off to the races. Probably by picking up Imperial coinage and just dumping all of our dust into wine or something. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll tune in for the next episode, where I either make a move on this capital or agree to a draw of orange after crushing this army, obviously. Like, they're asking for it. And once I do that, in the meantime, I'll also think about picking up another hero, maybe one that can help solve our dust or happiness problem. And with that in mind, yeah, we'll move into the future with confidence, I think. Again, I think this happiness problem is temporary, but this territory gain is not. Like, gaining territory is very hard in the Indus difficulty, and the fact that we have so easily managed to carve out a noticeable chunk of the map for ourselves speaks volumes about this faction's strength, I think. And yeah, so join me next time. Exciting new episode. Lots of bugs killing things and spitting on things and infecting things, etc. And even if that isn't your jam, you can check out my channel, Just One More Turn, for lots of different Let's Plays of all these different factions. So far, I managed to win every one of them, even with factions which I think are, unfortunately, like, very vulnerable, underpowered, like the Morgar in some ways. So, yeah, I hope you liked and enjoyed something about this very long outro. And if you did, consider subscribing and leaving a like or commenting, because it really makes my day. So see you soon, and I hope you enjoyed.